Welcome back to my program. It's Seth Garu with Maker's Bar, where we're creating 1 million leaders today for tomorrow. Today, I have one of my favorite artists on my show. I can't tell you how excited I am. His name is Timmy Light, and what he does is blend some of the techniques of Thomas Kincaid with the shadows and lights, with also a very historic depth of African art. Timmy Light is one of those kind of artists that you're noticing come across Instagram, but not just as an AI artist. He's not that at all. He's an in-depth artist that is trying to bring portrayals of the Black life from a different experience, whether it be from the region of Africa or around the world. He brings storytelling to each of his pieces. As you'll see behind him are one of his pieces. Timmy Light, thank you so much for joining us today. We're extremely excited to have you here on my show today. Thank you for being here.
It's an honor to be here with you. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the time. Thank you.
So, Timmy, absolutely, it's my pleasure. Timmy, just in case some of our technical difficulties come across, let people know where you're speaking to us from.
Okay, currently, I'm speaking from Nigeria, Ibadan to be precise, Nigeria.
So we are talking all the way across the seas, correct?
Correct.
Absolutely. So if there's some time delays, folks, or anything of that sort, please do know we're working on Nigeria's time frame and Southern California, as I'm in Southern California. So Timmy, if you don't mind, share with us your origin story. Where were you born, and let us know what led you up into the industry of painting and artistry that you're in now.
Okay. Thank you once again for having me here. It's an honor to be here. Okay.
For sure. It's our honor to have you. It's an honor to have you here.
Thank you very much. Okay, starting with my journey as an artist. Okay, I was born in Ondo State, Nigeria, Ondo State. I was raised and born in Ondo State. I schooled there. I was born in a family of three. I'm the last born. So I I started my journey as an artist right from I was very young, from a very young age. Started in elementary class. I made comic books. I'll sell them to my classmate back then. So I from there it became something I grew up into studying art professionally in school. So my parents they God bless them, they really supported me. Even when I wanted to do something else, they said no, I had to go to this, understand? So they supported me. So I studied art in at the Amy College of Education, that's in Ondo State. So since then I've been doing arts professionally since then after I graduated from university.
And so it was in university that you got your passion for art and painting?
Passion for art has been in how I put it, has been in me right since I was a child. Like I said earlier, I made drawings, drawings. I love drawing things I see around me. I love drawing.
Where did that come from? But wait, so Timmy, let's backtrack. Where did that come from? Was there something in your childhood? You saw a beautiful woman, you saw a beautiful man, you saw a beautiful picture, you saw a beautiful flower. What sparked that interest?
It just I can call it talent. I would like to call it talent. It's actually talent. It's actually talent. So it just came naturally to me to want to put down every image I see. Understand? I love to when I see something that catches my attention, I love to put it down, to recreate it in my own way. Some of our telescope back then they have images at the back. I would like to recreate it in my own way. So since then, it has been something that real like that. I'll create storybooks, comics, and then sell to my classmates. So it has always been there. Painting has always been there. So it graduated. Now it's graduated to another level. When I entered university, when I studied art, I majored in painting. When I went to university, I majored in painting. It was something that was not too easy, but it was really challenging. Studying painting was a whole lot. To to be a painter at that time, where you have to lecturers don't really teach you what you need to know. You have to, find it and probably speak to your predecessors. You speak with them and they'll guide you on what to do. And then your lecturer will just give you, things to do. And then you just come up and just it was not really something that was really easy, but thankfully it was something that was inbuilt. So I was able to, um, with some guidance also from some of our lecturers too. We got some guidance from them too, and also we were taught how to, how to arrange objects. Sometimes when we're doing like probably like still life drawings, we're taught to arrange objects, how to focus the lighting, the shade, and everything. So it was a whole lot, but we grateful that I'm doing this professionally now, and since I've been doing this now, I think about close to 7 years now, if not more, if I'm not mistaken, doing art professionally. I don't have any side also or something. I've been um, practicing art and also making
What
a
got
living
you
out.
making a living at it? What got you inspired by some of the pieces that you create? They're really rich with depth of not only a political emotionality, but a lot of your pieces have a spiritual depth to them. So, how did you find yourself becoming so deeply enmeshed in conveying this message? So, a natural talent, I get that, but where did you find this depth came from to create these type of paintings?
Okay, so my paintings are inspired by my own experience. They came from my own, experience of life, how God helped me, and also experiences of people around, the society, people like me. So my works are flows from that, experience. So just like the work that's behind me, it's it's a picture of what I've been through and what has happened to me. You know, the piece is more of my title is "The Light Found Me." So this is in the midst of everything, in the midst of the confusion, midst of life generally. The light found me and gave me freedom that is really needed. That I don't even need. I don't know it was needed at that point. So it was basically
Forgive me. I just want to go back to something you said. You didn't know why it was needed at that point.
yes, yes, yes. I didn't know
Elaborate,
I need.
elaborate a little. Elaborate on that a little bit, please.
Yes.
Elaborate on that.
Sometimes when you are in a dark place, you won't know you needed something until it comes to you. So I didn't know there's something more outside this, confusion and everything, and in a dark state. But when God shines His light, you.
Mm.
That is when you see that there's a whole lot more to life than just being, where you're at that moment. So that's just
God shines
basically that.
His light. God
Yes.
shines His light. You mentioned. What does that look like to you? Describe us. God shines His light to give you inspiration for some of your paintings.
Sorry, come again, please.
When you said when God shines His light, is does it that is it that you're expressing God shines His light and it gives you inspiration to create your next painting, or God shines His light that he showed you your direction.
Exactly. Direction. I would say direction. Direction is the right word. It's um, sometimes in life when you, how will I put it? You don't know which is which. You don't know which one is the right thing to do. But God comes in His mercy and um, His kindness and show you direction through um, through the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit guides us. So He show you direction, and you are led in a way that you don't even know you can go through. And so these my paintings that are born out of this experiences.
I'm listening.
Basically, yeah.
So the experiences will lead you kind of on a spiritual journey. Is that what I'm understanding? The spiritual journey
Yeah.
is then what helps inspire some of your artwork.
Yes. So yes, that the experience inspires some of my art. So when you see the green highlight on my work, it signifies something that is full of life, something that is even in the midst of distraction, confusion. This thing is still flourishing. It shows something that is really rooted in something that is stable, something that is unshaken, something that is full of life. So that's one of the interpretation of my green highlights I use on my artworks. So it's from a deep inspiration, deep experiences.
So I'm curious, Timmy. So do you think in order to be a great artist, had you have had just a very active imagination, or is it that you have to have experienced a lot of life to make great art? Which one is it, A or B?
Sometimes it comes by experience. Sometimes it comes by just visualizing images. Sometimes I'll just sleep and I'll wake up. Something comes up. Something comes up, and gradually it builds like that till everything forms together. But a whole lot of time is through experience. So I feel connected a whole lot to one piece that I create. So it's not just to it's more than just to beautify or to just create for creating sake. It is a whole lot more than that for me as a person. It's I will put it now. It's part of my journey as a person.
Now,
Yeah.
and tell me, what's some of the inspiration for some of your greater pieces or pieces that you feel are your best?
Okay, so there's this one piece I am really thankful for. Titled it's a series actually. So the first piece from the series,
What,
series is
real
titled
quick, what's the name? What, real quick, what's the name of the series?
"The Comforter." The series is titled "The Comforter." So there's the first piece of the series was a little children actually, like seven of them, with different what's it called now? Different face expression, and also looking at different direction. So there are two children in the midst of them, one leaning the head on another, and the other comforting the other. I don't know if the picture is coming together. So
It's coming together.
this piece really means a lot to me because the person who collected the piece, it was as if the piece was waiting for the right time to to find the right, how would I put it now, uh, find the right place to be at that time, because it was at that season that that person needed this comforting, um, a whole lot of comfort. And I really prayed for that person. I really prayed for the person to find the comfort at this time. This person actually lost a very dear person. So this piece really gave me,
It speaks to you is what it sounds like.
yes, yes, it really gave me this sense of, sometimes we create, we don't know how this piece is, we don't know how um, it speaks to people. And this is one thing that helps me a lot. This is one thing I think is a success for me as an artist. It's not really the big thing or the big exhibitions or whatever. I think success as an artist is when people connect with your work, when people can feel something when they see your work. That's really
Mm.
something I cherish a lot. So when this piece gets to the person, it was as if it was the right time for him to
Can you
have
hold
that.
that point, Timmy? Can you hold that point? I'd like you to go back to what you said. Elaborate on that a little bit.
Okay, what's that, please?
When you said it connects to your walk.
Connect to my work.
Yes.
Okay, I was saying that I think of success as an artist when a person connects with my work on a deeper level, not just for the aesthetic purpose, but when they see the work, they feel something. They feel, they see themselves in that painting. They see, okay, somebody feels what I'm feeling. Somebody sees me. So that's something I cherish as an artist. That my work can connect with people, and it's been really a great blessing. To see that what happened over and over and over again.
It makes sense. And so tell me, in your journey to get your work noticed, was that a part of this walk?
Sorry.
Timmy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, oh yeah. So in your connection to your pieces, is that a part of this walk?
Is that power? How do you mean, please?
So you mentioned this walk, how let's go back in going on your journey. This
Yes.
process, this process is your walk. So in understanding how that was for you, how did it develop?
You mean how my artwork developed?
Correct.
Okay, so I started off as a pencil artist from back in college. Started off as a pencil artist. I make pencil works, commission works for people. So over
You
time,
said pencil works.
yes, pencil works.
Hmm.
Yeah, like painting, commission works, portraits, and every other thing like that. So over time, I get this feeling of not there's this thing that is not being fulfilled inward. I feel there's so much more I could do as regards art. So I look deep into myself. So I try to create something of myself that I can find a voice through. Because there's this art for me generally is something I use in to express myself. I don't know if you understand. To express myself to to where words will fail. I use my art to speak to express what is inward of me, what God has put inside of me to say to people. So I try to move a bit from that space of working as a pencil artist to creating something that I can call my own, something I can call my style, something I can say I created this. And before I got this style, there are other ones I did before that I wasn't satisfied with. Like I think I had like 2 stars before this. So this was something that gave me a sense of, uh, should I say, fulfillment?
I
Yeah,
didn't
maybe
hear
for the
the
last.
last part. Your volume went low, brother. Please say the last part again.
Okay, so I said before the star, I've had a few of, I think 2 or 3 stars before this. So I think before getting to this one, this is the star that really gave me something I can say, a sense of fulfillment, something I can say I can really call my own. So this is what I actually I was saying about my process, my process as an artist, my journey as an artist generally.
Is that where that ended? I wasn't sure, brother.
Oh yes,
Timmy.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. And so now I notice that you use adolescent looking examples in some of your artwork. So is there a story you're trying to tell by the adolescents, or is it more so just general life stuff in your country? What is your process like?
Okay, my process is now everything around me inspires me. My process forces to visualize what I want to paint, what I want to bring forth. I try to picture it in my mind first before I you know bring it forth. I try to see.
Wait, hold on. So when you say picture in your mind, do you look for a thought that helps you to create the picture in your mind, or is it
Yes,
life experiences, or is it life? Hold on, is it life experiences? Some of the life experiences you've had, do those inspire it, or is it? It could be even a combination of both. Which one is it of those three?
I would say a combination of experiences and thoughts. You know, bringing
What are your
thoughts together.
thoughts when you're thinking about the painting? What are your thoughts when you get the creation of a picture?
What are my thoughts?
Yeah. How does a thought come and then it starts to formalize into what you want to paint? So you get a thought. Do you see it as colors? Do you see images of a person?
No, no. Sometimes it just come as um, um, picture. Sometimes it's just like words. Then I document it down. I try to write it down so that I don't forget. So as those thoughts come together, I try to see a way that this can come to life. Some of them I still don't find a way to bring them to life yet. I'm still in the process of writing them down. Some I've been able to bring out to life. Some I've been able to, even add experiences to them to make it even much more meaningful.
Now, some of the ways after you create some of the pieces kind of segue. Once you complete the piece after you've had the thoughts, is it that you go to galleries? Do you have an art manager, or do you put them on Instagram? How is it that you get what you've created out to the world?
Okay, one way that has really helped me is the internet, social media, basically Instagram and also Facebook. So social media has really been helpful lately. I think for generally for artists nowadays, it's one medium to connect with people. It's a way I connected with you. So
Well, I saw that piece. Yo, Timmy,
yeah,
I still remember the piece that I first saw when I first got introduced to you, and it's similar to the one that's behind you, but it was a little boy, and the colors were oil grafted, but I thought he had a tear. I got to remember, and actually, I think we're still talking about trying to get it over to me, but the it was so rich with an emotion, so that I
yes,
had to reach out to you. I wanted to share it with people. Yes, that is how we connected, because I represented artists in part of my professional career. I had worked with artists and represented them as a manager in downtown LA, but I've always kept, even when I left that, and worked in other industries, I've always kept my feet in the door. And I came across that painting you did, and it paused me in my tracks because I could feel the emotion that you put into the painting, and the
Yeah,
colors were self-descriptive, creatingly. I'm sorry, self-descriptively creating an atmosphere of think about this and pause. So yes, we did. That is how we connected via the social media. So I'm curious,
yeah.
is that the primary source on how you've gotten your stuff across? And also, it brings up a very interesting point, brother. Are any of your pieces AI generated or assisted? And I think we do have to talk about that too. With some of the artists nowadays, there are AI generated art pieces. But my understanding is you're more a natural artist. So give us some insight to that.
Okay, so creating my piece, they are not AI generated. They are, like I said earlier, they have thoughts that come together, and I form images out of. Sometimes I get references. Sometimes I get um, people to post for me to bring them together so that the ideas can come together. Sometimes I had to go outside to take pictures of people. Sometimes just imagine things out to fit what I have in mind. I don't
Are you
think AI can really. Sorry.
no, go ahead. I was going to tag on the AI thing, but you might be addressing it here. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I don't think AI can really um,
Emote.
do to do justice to what most artists can do nowadays. Because artists, I know AI is doing a whole lot. It's really doing a whole lot, but there's something different when it comes to creating from the heart. It's something AI. I don't think AI can do that. AI does not have
I
spirit.
agree. I agree.
But AI,
Although they're
AI is doing
trying,
a,
they're trying for it, bro. They're trying for AI to have spirit. But I agree with you.
yeah,
Please continue.
yeah, but it's a different thing when an artist creates from inward outside. So even though there can be inspiration outside, but the inspiration comes firstly from inside, and that's one thing AI cannot. I don't think AI cannot. So that's just it.
Where's your well, talk to us about your inspiration, Timmy. I think we had a technical difficulty. Forgive us for a second,
Sorry.
folks. Timmy, can you hear me now, bro?
Yes, I can hear you.
Fantastic.
Okay,
Talk to us about
you were
talk to us about inspiration.
sorry.
Talk to us about your inspiration for your art pieces.
Okay, yeah. So I was saying that sometimes inspiration comes from outside. That is valid, but the most important one is the one that comes from inside.
And
That
what
is
is on
something.
your inside? Hold on. So, what's on your inside? Tell us about what's on your inside when you get creative.
When I get creative, I create from the place of like I said earlier, my experiences with how God has helped me, how God has been a light, how God has shown me a direction to His light. So this is something that is inward of me, outside. So inspiration also comes from outside. No doubt about that. You can learn from your other contemporary artists, and you can see their work and be like, wow, this is inspiring. You understand? So you get inspiration from them also. You get inspiration from people who are, ahead of you, who are doing better than you are. You can get inspired by them. And also inspiration comes from generally the people around. I can see people around me, people around my society, people around my community, people around and what they are going through, what life is um, what life is showing them, what life is doing to them. It's good to know that even in the midst of this um, not so good condition that my people are currently in, we are still standing. And that's still something that God has helped us with. And that's one thing I depict with my green highlight, even in the midst of things that are not going smoothly, as people would think it is. Um, we are still, we are people that are very strong, so strong that you won't know that these people are going through some things, some tough times. So I depict my images with the green highlight to show that the people of my community are really strong. They are people that are full of life, even in the midst of lots of adversity around. So that's just it.
Timmy, have you've sold some of your works already in the Americas, correct?
Yes, I am. I am.
Where are some of those states of your pieces that you sold?
Where are what?
Where are those pieces that you sold in the United States? Where can people go to see them?
Oh, they're in private collections.
Okay.
Yes, private collections. So I mean, I've actually sold pieces, um, not just in America, but also other countries too, including South Africa, including India, including uh, Portugal. Yeah, a lot like that. But I have some in galleries. There's one in there are some in Portugal gallery, and then there are also some at uh, I can't remember right now. But
I
most of
thought
them.
we. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Oh no, I just said go ahead.
Okay, okay, okay. But most of them are in private collections. They're in private collectors' home.
Now,
Yes.
what or who is your biggest mentor that inspires you toward this collection and style of work? Who inspires you toward this style of work?
Who inspired me? Right?
Yes.
Who inspired me? Okay. Technically, I
Now, I
can.
can give you hints, but I'm hoping you'll share with us who you felt because I think it's important to know your work is so uniquely beautiful. I'm curious who inspired the depth of some of your work.
Well, I would say God inspired me.
Oh, okay. Amen.
It's
Amen. That's cool.
yeah. I cannot really say this is particular, but I love artist work. I have a whole lot of them that I'm following that I'm inspired by
I
the work.
didn't hear you. Please forgive me, brother. Can you repeat that? You love whose work?
I mean, I love a whole lot of artists that I'm following online. A whole lot of
Okay.
them,
Same here.
they're,
Same here.
they're doing
Same here. It's been so rich. It's been so rich with some of these great artists, brother. And
yeah,
I've been falling in love myself. Please go ahead.
yeah, the amazing works that you'll be like, wow, wow, these people are, on another level. You see their tenacity, their what's the word now? Consistency at work, and you'll be like, these people are, a lot of encouragement that artists can be like this. So I'm encouraged by them, a whole lot of them on Instagram, a whole lot of them. So for my own work and style, like I said earlier, it springs forth from my own experience, my own journey as an artist, my own journey as an artist, and my own dealing. Yeah, I'll put it like that. Dealing, dealings, something like that. Yeah. So that's basically what inspired me.
Well, I'm curious with some of the lighting and some of the way that you use the structure of the lighting, why do some of your paintings have this otherworldly, shadowy aesthetic to some of your pictures? Is that because you're creating a melancholy type of performance, or you want the person to experience a melancholy experience? What is that about with the lighting being as shady, but also brighter in that sense as you've painted your pictures? That's been my experience. It seems as if you're trying to create a melancholic experience. And if I'm not correct about the experience you're trying to create, please share with us some of your thought process on those feelings.
Okay, one thing I want viewers to see when they see my work is colors. I want them to feel colors. I want them to also. I want something that is unique, something, something that is rarely
You
seen,
haven't seen before.
something you haven't seen before. Yeah, thank you.
Yes,
Something
sir. Yes, sir.
you've not come across. Something that you can. And also, like I said earlier, I've gotten some amount of ideas to do till I finally got this one. It came from a place of wanting to get something colorful, to get something very, very, very colorful and bright. So that's just the process.
Dig it.
That's the
Have
process.
you heard of the Black Boy Art Show? The Black Boy Art Show is coming up in LA, and I know you're overseas, but have you been a participant in some of the shows like the Black Boy Art Show here in the States yet? Have you been included in some of the process of some of your work being solicited there?
Oh no, I think I've heard of it, Black Boy. Yes, I've heard of it, but no, I've not been able to be part of it. But
I'll send
I
you
would
some
love to.
information
I
after
would,
this.
I would love to be part of it. I would love the opportunity to be part of it if the
I'll
opportunity
send you
comes
some
up.
for sure. I'll send you information after that. Now, okay, so you had to construct a business that sells some of your pictures. Do you have a manager, or you're the CEO of Tim Light Productions? Who is the head of your organization? How do you deal with leadership as a top guy?
Okay, so currently I basically manage everything myself right now. So I don't
Yes.
have a manager. I don't have
Raw cut. This is
a
all raw
gallery.
cut.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm
And
currently
that's okay.
still handling it. Maybe in the future, nobody can tell. So currently, I'm still
Well,
the one
we're
handling it.
Well, you know what, brother? I'm pushing and pushing you because you definitely should be mainstream. And if anything, we look to get you in that number one spot because your work is so great. And I suggest that my audience definitely checks out what you're doing. Again, you illustrate a pain and an emotion in your paintings that I find so deeply cheerful because they're not just full of despair. Your pictures don't just show despair; they show a heartfelt, "I'm experiencing this reality," but they also have a hopefulness. Am I describing your intent behind your work the same way as you're thinking about it when you're creating it?
Yes, yes, it's the same thing,
Is that
sir.
what
It's
your
the same.
intention is? Is that what your intention is, to create kind of a melancholy experience, but also having some hope behind it? Or share with us what you're hoping the viewer or observer of your artwork would experience.
Yeah, like I said earlier, it's I'm I try to create this pieces to also bring hope out to people that even in a state of um confusion, in a state of everything all together, there is still hope that this people are still fighting for hope. These people are still strong enough to believe that there's hope. So that's one of the things that I create using the highlights in my work.
And what's the
Um,
most enjoyable part of your work? Is it the completion process or the thought process that helps you to go forward with the beginning of your project? Which one is the most favorite part? once it's
Also,
done, or it being in the middle of it, or the pre-planning?
I would say the process, the mid planning, yeah, where you are still figuring out, is this okay, is this not okay? That process is is really nice. So you get to enjoy it. You get to see how you bring something to life out of nothing. So that's just it's the midpoint for me. It's the midpoint for me, and also the finishing point too. Finishing point is also something I enjoy a lot. I enjoy seeing it and sit down, sit back and seeing what you've created, what you've spent time on, spent energy on. So it's
Mm.
both the mid and the final point.
Do you have a process where you listen to music while you're creating some of your paintings?
Oh yes, I
Or
listen
maybe
to
not
music.
listening to music, maybe you just have quiet. What's your process when you're beginning to create your paintings?
I listen to music like you said, and also I listen
Oh,
to
okay.
sorry?
I no, I said, oh, okay.
Yeah, I listen to music a lot. I have list of music I listen to, Christian music, and I also listen to messages while walking. It keeps me inspired more, to be in what I'm creating. There's one thing to be creating, and there's another thing to be really in what you are creating. And there can be times you're creating and you're lost. You don't even know what you're doing. You're far gone. Or sometimes when I listen to music, when I listen to messages, it keeps me in the mood in the current process.
I get that. I really do. Of all of the pieces that you painted, it's been how many years since you've been painting? You said since 15 or 10. I apologize.
Okay, if I'm not mistaken, probably seven.
7 years. What's your favorite piece's title?
Okay, I would say they're comforter.
The Comforter. To describe the
Yeah,
Comforter for people who are not familiar with it, describe it as a picture.
as a picture. Okay. So the comforter is a recent series I just completed. So it's the first one in the series. The series where you have little children around, like I mean, 6 to 7 of them around, and then there's one in the middle of them, looking tired, and the other one, comforting the other child. It's just to show the piece is just to show how a whole lot is going on in the world. Then God, in the middle of it, is comforting us, even in the midst of the problems, in the midst of um, the up and downs, in the midst of the uncertainty. We are being comforted in the midst of it. So it's still my favorite piece yet. I'm looking forward to the
So
next
you
favorite.
said you did say your favorite piece yet.
Yes.
What brought you to the name the Comforter? Why that?
Okay. Again, it was while I was going through some again my experience. I was going
Oh,
through
okay.
some
I didn't. I heard you say that. I didn't make that correlation. And
yeah.
so that.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
I was going through this experience I was going through at that time. So I began to you know document these experiences, and I came out of it by the help of God. I came out of it by what God sent to help me. People God sent to help me at that point. So I just thought to share that with my viewers and really get connected with people. And I'm so glad to know that.
I get that. Now, I'm very curious if people wanted to have your work put into a one sentence, what would you describe that one sentence? What would you say to that one sentence to describe your work?
Okay, I would say faith.
Faith. So actually, now that's one word, brother. So your work, one word to establish the work you've created in the years you've been involved in art would be faith.
Yes.
Why?
Sorry? Why?
Why?
Well, the summary of my work is faith, and it's faith based, my faith based. So it is something that has my faith is something that has been the basis of my work. Yes.
I really do understand that more than I am even articulate, because our faith can be, to me, what I found in some of the artists that I've known in conversations. Oftentimes, the faith is what sparks your creativity. Do you find that the same way with you?
Yes, it does. Yes. My faith sparks my creativity. Yes. Activity. Yes. It does. It's the same thing with me also. Yeah. That's right. So it's something um a whole lot of things can spark creativity. A whole lot of things. You
For
can
sure.
have a whole lot of experience that spark creativity. But for me, it's faith based. It's something that um, it's something that works for me. Something that I've worked with over the years. So it's something that I would say is faith based. My creativity is based on my faith.
Now, do you like to focus more on youth or older people? Do you have a particular area of ethnic and or age interest that you focus on in your art?
The Bluetooth device is ready to
Yeah.
pair.
That was on your end. So is everything good? Was that one of your pieces, Timmy? Hey, Timmy. Well, I think our live feed has stopped, folks. I am going to thank Timmy Light for our interview today and remind you that Lovolution is a revolution that we want. We all want a revolution. We know things are completely different now. And your boy, Sakaru, I am trying to bring to you artists, CEOs, entrepreneurs, celebrities, politicians, select people that are making a difference on the AI front. And at Makersbar, as a bureau panel of interviewers, we're trying to share with you that there's a number of people everyone has not had the experience to know. And in this changing world, we're trying to bring some of those people to you. I appreciate Timmy Light for coming on today, as art is one of my most important things and favorite things to discuss. His art is on Timmy Light and it's on Instagram. You will enjoy it if you're in the mood for some, I wouldn't say sobering, but some depth of artistry and color palettes that are rich with coppers, browns, blacks, reds, and greens. But not only that, they stand out as far as their significance, as far as the statements they're making, not necessarily political, but more emotional and spiritual on the heartstrings. Timmy Light, I thank you for coming on with me on my show today. Again, the Lovolution is a revolution that we all want. Let's create a revolution of love. And I'd like to go travel back to say, I'm your boy, Seth Garu. I'm always trying to hope and pray that I can bring you people that you find interesting. Please submit your comments and your suggestions for people that you like us to do on Makersbar. Also, we really encourage you, please join Makersbar. Share, like, and subscribe material and guests that you enjoy in the directions you like us to go. We are definitely moving up and growing fast, and we'd like to be able to hear your opinions about what we're doing. So contact us on Makersbar. We're looking forward to all your comments and your critiques and your compliments. I'm your boy Seth Garu Baxter with Makersbar, creating a Lovolution out of a revolution. Looking forward to speaking to you next time. Do know we have some guests coming up for you that are going to be on fire even more as Makerspar continues to grow. This is Seth Garu with Makerspar. Peace and one love.